Hey guys, Jerry here and welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft. As you can see, I have pretty much moved into the new house here. Got a wall full of tools there. The forge of course is over here as you've seen before. I have my bronze anvil, which I've made. And upstairs, I have absolutely nothing but my bed. I still have yet to fill in the windows here with the glass. That's because I've still to make the glass because I have run out of charcoal pretty much. I've used it all trying to smith a knife, and apparently the way that the knife recipe works here, I'm just gonna try and demonstrate to you guys. Basically, the end sequence is 2 draws and a hit, which by any means moves it moves the marker a lot to the left. But the problem is the red marker, the one that you're supposed to hit, is like here. And that means if you are to get 2 draws and any hit, even if you have the green marker all the way over here, instead of hitting here where the red marker is, you'll end up hitting here. And that's too far away to actually finish the tool. So, as it is right now, you cannot smith a bronze knife. I have spent 9 ingots or so trying to make it, and it's just not possible. Sorry, but if you want to make a bronze knife, do it the old-fashioned way with the casting. Take some clay, cut out the knife recipe into it, and then you can make it. So that's how I made this one. Now, the reason I wanted to make a knife is that I wanted to get started on some armor crafting. And the armor crafting we're going to focus on here is actually leatherworking, so normal leather armor. Now, to do this, you need some rawhide. I have a bit of rawhide because I've been killing a couple of deer and such out in the wild, while searching for the different wood types that I have. Like this birchwood here had to go pretty much a couple of kilometers south, and that ended up being quite the trek, and I had to kill a pig and some stuff on the way to actually survive it. So I got a bit of rawhide, and I have these 3 barrels. Now the first pine barrel here is full, or almost full, of lime water. Now lime water is made by this recipe here. Bucket of water and a bit of flux, and then you repeat that a couple of times until you fill up the barrel. The next barrel here is purely water, which I have the last bucket here. And finally the last barrel here is water with a log in. Now this one here, I'll need to seal it because we want to make some tannin. And the way you do this is pretty much just submerge a log in water. I know that's not very realistic as such, but that's the way it is here. So as you can see, I have some signs labeling what I'm supposed to be doing here. The lime water here, full barrel. I'm gonna dump the rawhide straight into here, and then I'm gonna seal it. Now this will take about 5 minutes or so, and in that time the rawhide will turn from rawhide into soaked hide, which you can then scrape with the knife. After that we need to dip it into water for another 5 minutes, and then finally we can move it into the tannin, where it also needs to be for about 5 minutes. Now luckily, the way time works in this game is that if you sleep, time actually passes. Like normally with Minecraft, if you want to go to the next day, you just you can either, if you have the console command, of course, you can type /time set 0, and then you reset it. But you don't want to do that with TerraFirmaCraft because time 0 is the first of March year 1000. So if you ever set time equals 0 or set time day or whatever, you pretty much reset the server or the entire client, like to the entire world, to the 1st of March year 1000. So that means all the crops will grow backwards. If you've eaten since that time, your hunger will be like stuck at a very high value because you lose hunger as time passes, but if time passes backwards, then you gain hunger, or you gain saturation rather. It's a bit strange, but if you're ever in charge of a TerraFirmaCraft server or you want to cheat with the time somehow, you need to use time add. You need to add onto the timer. Anyway, that's also what happens when you sleep, you add some time. So this one here should actually be ready, and as you can see it is. So we got 6 soaked hides here, which we can then scrape with the knife. Let's see, yeah, knife has to be on top, which gives you scraped hide. And as you can see, we've actually only used about half the water in here, half the lime water, even though we made 6 hides. A barrel holds 8 buckets. So 6 hides apparently uses about 4 buckets, which is decent enough. Anyway, We put this in the water and we seal that, and then we need to wait another 5 minutes. Wait. I just had a sip of my coffee. So while we wait, I want to show you guys something else. First of all, I have started the process of fixing my fields here so they actually have some nutrients. I can't remember which one of you guys mentioned this, but thanks a bunch. Hopefully, once these last 2 squares are done, I'll start replacing the next line here and then turning this into farmland, and I'll replant all this stuff. All these grain here, all over here. So that way at least something will grow. Over here I have like a couple of squares that actually work nicely because they used to be grass as well. But it's a long process in fixing that and stuffing. Okay, I see one of them just fixed itself. Nice. I have started making a little path back here because I have decided that my tree farm is going to be over there. So I'm going to remove these sluices here from this location, fill it up again, and then build a nice bridge going across here. I still haven't quite decided exactly where to put the bridge, but it will end up going over here. I'm also going to fill in this a bit so I have a larger platform up here for the trees to grow on. So each little sapling has its own torch, just to kind of make them grow as fast as possible, and I've just planted pretty much everything I could find over here, with 4 spaces in between, so hopefully the leaves won't entangle too much. That's a quick update on that. As I mentioned with the whole trying to smith and knife thing, I've pretty much used all of my copper, so I will need to go down there and mine a bunch more. Now that's a rather longish process, so I won't be doing that on camera. But suffice to say, it's gonna take some time to kind of get a stockpile up again. Now the other thing I wanted to mention is that, again with the whole time thing, it's now the 2nd of September year 1000. Early autumn, Monday. That's not important. The early autumn is. And you can see these trees here used to be green. Now they're not. They have kind of gone into autumn mode, and the same goes for these over here. It's just that they need a block update to kind of trigger it. So I have magic fingers now. I think it actually works for the entire chunk. Yeah. As you can see, there's a chunk boundary right here. So pretty much whenever a chunk receives an update, it looks into the time and seeing, okay, hey, anything happened here? So, as you can see, it's fall. Stuff has started to turn colorful and pretty. Except, of course, the pine trees, because they're evergreens, so they are forever green. Ooh. How's that for a link? Let's see, do we have anything else I need to keep you guys up to date on? Piggy's still pregnant. He's a male, female, pregnant. She should be having her litter before too long, I reckon. Like, she's been pregnant for a long time. So, I'm counting on seeing those piglets before too long. And I'm definitely counting on seeing them before I ever even consider ending the series, because you guys need to see all the little piglets as well. Anyway, let us go back in here and check on it. If it's not ready yet, then I'll pause. Yeah, alright, I'll see you guys in just a sec. Actually, something just occurred to me that I kind of want to show you guys. Again, it's a very minor thing, I've shown it before, but I made a new charcoal pile, and as you can see, it's collapsed on me here. So I can go in here and dig out all this beautiful charcoal, and then we can actually get the glass made for the upper floor. So, as you can see, it's kind of random how much charcoal you actually get out of each full pile of wood. Like, as you can see, some of them here, these have, like, I think 6 in them. There are 8 layers in total. So these have 6. This one appears to only have like 5, 3, 4. Oh, only 4. This one, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Yeah. So it appears that you get between like 4 and 6 in each pile, which is not brilliant compared to normal Minecraft raid, where each log is 1-to-1. But then again, I mean, everything in this mod is kind of more valuable than the equivalent in vanilla Minecraft. It's kind of necessary to think of it that way, because resources are scarce, but that also means they're valuable. Alright, so an entire charcoal pile of 9 things gave me 50 charcoal. So 9 times 16 logs. Ugh, can't do that in my head. Not right now, at least. Anyway, we have charcoal again. Check, 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 check. Come on, water. Come on, water. Back to waiting. And because this is taking longer than expected, I have come up with yet another thing to distract us in the meantime. Out here, the grass has finally spread completely, so I'm gonna start hoeing up here, and then we can actually see. Ooh, yeah, look at those nutrients. Yeah, this field here will work now. That's good. That's really good. So as you can see, I have some grain here in my hotbar. Rice grain. I'm gonna turn that into seeds, and then we're just gonna start planting here. Now, I'm still kinda hopeful with all of this over here. I'm still not quite sure whether we want to just discard it or try and make it grow. But let's see, do we have anything else we can plant over there? We can plant some soybeans, are good. Let's plant the last 2 rows of these. And then at least we'll have something to eat that grows. We can always eat some more calamari if we need to. So yeah, soybeans and rice is gonna be our diet for now. Now, another thing I've noticed about these farmland here is it doesn't actually count as dirt anymore, so when you break it, you don't get anything. So you've pretty much wasted the block. But on the same time, it counts as a transparent block because you can see there's grass underneath. So that's rather odd, in my opinion. But I guess it has to do with the way that because it needs to contain information about the nutrients and such. So I guess that it's a tile entity rather than just a normal block. In terms of Minecraft technical lingo. But we'll see. In any case, there's grass underneath all of this in here. So I'm hoping that that will spread onto this. If in any case there's some grass underneath the water there which can spread up, I hope. So, yeah. Alright, with that done, then by now, hopefully, the water here... Yeah, there we go. Prepared hide. And now we just need to dip it in the tan in here, seal that up, and go to sleep, because it's night time. So I'm hoping that'll be enough time. We'll see. Male, female, pregnant. Let's have a look. Is it ready? Not quite. In that case, I shall go feed myself, and then when I come back, we can hopefully make some... Yeah. Let's go make a meal. Okay, finally, tannin. The barrel here, as you can see, we finally have prepared the leather here for use. So that means we should be able to craft something quite interesting out of this. Now, as you can see, if we look through the barrels quickly, you can see lime water used about half of it, water used about half of it, and tannin used about half of it. So it would appear that a full barrel can make like 12 bits of leather. I would not recommend trying that if you're like really low on resources, because for some reason I have a sneaking suspicion that if you put in too much leather, it won't convert at all. So yeah, some more testing is necessary, I think. In any case, let us make some stuff here. As you can see, I put the knife and the leather in the hotbar. So if we right click with the leather, you can see one piece disappears. We have 5 now. And if we start carving out, we should be able to make some armor. Advanced. Ooh, look at that. Pierce/crush. Apparently it gives some... There's some advanced stuff with the armor here. Pants. Let's see. Boots. There we go. And finally, the helmet. The helmet, I think, is the recipe that requires the most cutting out. Oh, yeah. Alright, so as you can see, 200, 250, 300. They all have the same stats. So we can put this on, and bam! All of a sudden, we are a bit more protected. We can take on anything now. Or at least we can take on a bit more than we could before. The mobs won't stand a chance. Oh, as you can see, grass spreading in the middle of the field there, so that means that the grass must be spreading from the block underneath the wheat over there, or whatever I can't even remember what I placed over there. I think some of it is wheat, maybe some of it's rye, something like that. So, alright, next order of business. I need to make a correction to myself last time. I mentioned that I could not, there didn't appear to be a way to craft fences out of bricks. That is wrong, there is a way. I discovered that not by looking up any online resources or anything, but I installed a mod that I remember from my Better Than Walls days. It's called Craft Guide, and if you press G with it installed, you get this window where you can basically see every single recipe in the game. And it loads these recipes from the game files itself, so it should always be up to date. So as you can see now, if you're in doubt that you can convert fruit into seeds, you can just look here. If you wanted to know how to make seeds, for instance, you just search for it, and then it gives you all the recipes that make some sort of seed. And of course, the TerraFirmaCraft, it doesn't delete the vanilla recipes, it just kinda deactivates most of them. I don't think it has any support of napping recipes or that sort of thing. No, brewing stand, furnace, well, like we might as well not see these because they're not relevant. But as you can see, it does all the basic crafting. So for instance, if I wanted to make a wall, as you can see, there's a couple of different ways to make walls here. Granite, that's the smooth stuff, can apparently make a granite wall, which for some reason is a fuel. Granite rock, of course, makes the cobblestone wall. And then if you have bricks and mortar, you can make the brick wall. And if you have smooth granite, you can make a smooth granite wall. So there are, in fact, many different ways to make walls. Now, the smooth stuff I have is quartzite, so let's actually try and make some walls out of each material. Like, we have some quartzite there as well, some cobblestone. I don't know if we still have any. Yeah, we do. I think we need all 6 of these. These are just the core its own. And then finally we need some quartzite bricks. We need 3 of these. Do I have the chisel on me? I do not. Alright, let me put this leather back in here. Actually, mortar as well. Mortar. 1 bit of sand. A bucket of water, and then I think I have all my flux in the new house. So let us quickly go and test this out. So we have some flux here. I have no inventory space, and there's barely any space in here, but there we go. Flux, water and sand, mortar. Okay, so if we put mortar here, and we need to make the bricks. Brick. Chisel. Get these done. Chisel back on the wall. And then it's basically just the upper 2/3 of the recipe for the brick. Alright, so let us go somewhere where we don't. Let's go. Do I have any space that I don't really care much for? Like, just in case I need to do some more stuff over here. I kind of don't want to put it somewhere I need to tear it down immediately. I think he'll be fine. Alright, so that's the brick. Then we have the smooth, which looked like that. We have the cobblestone, which you've seen. That's a tree in a way. And then finally we have the quarry stones. As you can see, it actually just copies the texture from the normal block, but again, it gives you a huge amount of possibilities in building, that you can either get a very smooth texture if you want to go for something desert-like or whatnot. You can get this texture here if you like to have some sort of sectioning but still have it smooth. Or you can go for this one if you really want some texture to it, but it don't want it to looking too like if you want it to look a bit rich but not too texturized. And then finally there's the basic one here, which is also the easy one to make. So yeah, along with the chisel, you actually do have some really powerful tools for making whatever builds that you want. But again, as I said before, if you want to make something big with TerraFirmaCraft, you pretty much need a group to do it, or a lot of time. And that's both its strength and its weakness, because of the huge time investment in anything you do in this mod, you very easily get the whole my build feel that I was mentioning in the Correct Tech episode 7. That you feel like your build belongs to you because you put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into it. Well, maybe not blood, but sweat and potentially tears. Do I have any more quartzite bricks, or I just kind of want to make some stairs up there, so I don't have to jump all the time. I have some granite bricks, that'll do. And I need that. And a hammer. So you very quickly get that feeling of that the build belongs to you, which is a good thing. It gives you a nice sense of belonging in the world. But at the same time, because of the time investment, it really becomes a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to manage if you are more people to share the burden. And especially because stuff like the smithing, for instance, takes constant vigilance with the forge burning through charcoal that quickly. So having someone who is able to dedicate themselves to just doing that one task while someone else gathers food for him, for instance, that's something that's really, really valuable. The other plus side of playing on a server is that if the server is up 24/7, then time will pass. Ooh, look at that! Look at that! Time will pass even if when you're not on the server, because it's not dependent on loaded chunks. Rather, it's dependent on all these piggies out here. They must have glitched through the wall. Can we somehow help them get back up? If we push you a bit, and then they should climb up there and get into their parents. There you go. How about the rest of you? You want to get into your parents as well? Did you not just fall down there, or? Oh, you're into water. That's not good. Come on, piggy. Get out of the water. Oh well. They have the option of jumping in now. So, yeah, as I mentioned, sharing the burdens, being able to focus on one aspect, rather than having to be jack of all trades all the time. That does make the game more enjoyable, and the fact that the time passes with the whole overall tick counting rather than chunk loading also makes it so that if you leave the server for a while and then come back, your crops will most likely have grown, and your pigs will have given birth, for instance. So there are pluses to it. Most servers, I reckon, should have some sort of daylight extender installed, really, because if the server's on 24/7, then a year doesn't really take that long in terms of real life time, so stuff like food and animal pregnancies and such, they become a non-issue, because it's just too easy. Like, you don't have to do anything to get to the point, they just kinda... See, there is the armored skeleton up there. I wonder just exactly how good my armor is. And this would be a way to test it. So let us finish with me jumping to my death here. Oh, here's my armor. Alright, that did not hurt a lot. Alright, because I really hate dinner bone skeletons here with the whole shooting faster the closer you are. Someone really need to hang him for that. Like that should be enough to get you hanged. To do that to my game. Anyway, let's see. He didn't hit my head apparently. Well, he did, but head's not damaged, and the whole... Well, if I was not armored there, that would have killed me. That would have killed me. So, yeah, it does prevent about half a life's damage when trying to kill a skeleton. So that's good. So I think I'm gonna leave you guys for now. We've done some leatherworking, we have some armor now. We've seen the pig give birth. Not graphically, of course, but the pig has given birth. So we got all the piglets, they're now trapped inside our little pen here. We might need to expand that a bit. And you're a pig as well. Die. So yeah, until next time, I'm Jerry, and this has been TerraFirmaCraft. Bye.